Hey guys, JamiyJamie today on Roblox playing some more Project Pokemon. As you can see on screen right now, today we're in MarkinhosBR323BR. What? BR? Oh, okay, he's using Mewtwo with Palkia, Rayquaza, Shiny Drutina O, a Dialga and a Darkrai. So a lot of Ghost. Actually, I'm not sure. A lot of Dragon types. Yeah, 4 Dragon types. 2 is Pokemon weak to bugs. So let's start with Garchomp. If it starts off with Mewtwo or Darkrai, we'll swap out to Blissey, try and get a poison, but it'll probably swap out to the Dialga to prevent him getting, go swap out to Blissey. It's probably going to go into Dialga to prevent me from poisoning his Pokemon, which would make 100% sense. The question is, does he, or is he a good battler, or is he a guy that likes to use legendaries and just thinks that he can tank everything without swapping out? Because the people like that think swapping out's really bad and you shouldn't do it in battles, which is like, but if you do that, then pretty much if whoever starts off with the best Pokemon, like if I start off my Alakazam and he started off with his Darkrai, then that's quite obvious that I'm going to lose that, to be honest, because then it'll be a case of, okay, well, your Darkrai is going to beat my Pokemon, I'm going to throw something and beat your Darkrai, he's going to throw something out to beat my Pokemon I sent out, and it's just a revolving thing. Like, then it's a matter of who's going to get lucky and send out the right Pokemon first, and then that's it, the game's over. Which isn't a good way to battle, so it would be, like, I used to battle like that all the time, like, in Pokemon Leaf Green, Charizard, do you know what? Go on Charizard, you literally can tank everything, even against Gary's Blastoise, which most, like 99% of the time my Charizard beat Gary's Blastoise, which was pretty funny. So yeah, I mean, I didn't really care. I mean, because it's not like a competitive thing, whereas PvP is more sort of competitive, but it's still really not, because it's only for videos and not really very competitive. But I know I'm very competitive myself, so that's why I don't like losing a lot, which you can probably tell. But if I do lose, I don't really mind too much, unless it's like the game just hits me and just gives me very bad luck, like they get 10 crits in a row whereas I've not got a single one in like a few videos. That's when I kind of get a little bit annoyed, to be honest, but yeah. Let's go for another soft boil, try and weaken his Palkia from a little bit of poison. Oh my gosh, why do you have Rock Slide on Palkia? That makes no sense. Why do you have... I'm literally confused. I'm going to protect and try and... Oh, and also I forgot to swap out Alakazam. I already seen the foul name and this guy wants to battle, so I just thought, yep, throw in the battle, and I completely forgot to swap it out. So, yay! Okay, let's go into Scizor. So, yes. And people are saying that Palkia isn't... when I say that Dialga's better than Palkia because of its typing makes it very good, people are like complaining like, no, you're wrong, Palkia is amazing, but they don't understand that I'm not saying Palkia is bad, I'm saying Dialga is like a million times better than Palkia. Yes, Palkia does resist Steel, which Dialga is Dragon Steel, but Water isn't very effective against Dialga, and Dragon isn't very effective against Dialga because it's a neutral hit, I believe. So that goes to show like Palkia can't really hit Dialga that bad when Palkia still has a Dragon weakness, and Dialga has Roar of Time, which is like 150 power based move, which is overpowered as hell, I know. Like, don't get me started on that. So I mean, Dialga is like a million times better than Palkia, but that means also that I'm not saying Palkia is bad, because Palkia is very good still, not as good as it though, unfortunately. I mean, its spatial rend isn't really that good in my opinion, to be honest. It can be good if you can use it, but I just really can't remember what it does, and I don't really think I think Dialga's is a lot, like 10 times better than it. So yeah. I think it's same with like the dog trio, Raikou, Entei and Suicune. I really like Suicune a lot. Entei I'm not really a big fan of, Raikou I kind of like, but it's kind of obvious who's a better one, Suicune. Yes, Suicune is weak to electric, which Raikou is, but still Suicune has a better chance to set up and beat other Pokemon. I mean, when I say Suicune's the best in the dogs trio, I'm not trying to say Suicune's better than both of the dog or both of the other dogs. I'm saying in most situations, Suicune is going to help you out mostly because it can Calm Mind. I don't know if Raikou can Calm Mind or not, but I mean, yes, in a 1v1, Raikou can technically beat Suicune, like I think a majority of the time in different situations, but you're not always going to be fighting a Raikou when you're using Suicune, or vice versa. When you're using a Suicune or a Raikou, you're not going to obviously be fighting the dogs, like you're most likely going to be facing like this team. There's none of those dogs in this match, but Suicune would help me a lot because it can resist Dialga's Steel type moves if it had any. It can help me with an Ice Beam for his Rayquaza. He had a Palkia. I'm also Water type, so it just helps a lot more. And I can Will-O-Wisp for like Scald. I mean, for the potential burn for like physical Pokemon. That's why I like Suicune out of the most, which is why I've only used Suicune right now for Elite Four. I don't know why. I think it's just people wanting to start an argument over the stupidest little things. Especially over like saying, oh yeah, I like this Pokemon better because it is static. No, but I know what the word to say. Like, it's quite obvious the better Pokemon in most situations. Like, yes, Palkia is very good. Dialga is better though. Although I will admit that ground and fighting are probably the most common in PvP, whereas Palkia and Steel is also pretty common in PvP, I believe too, which is why Palkia can be used in that situation. But still, because of Dialga's overpowered attack, which I think is Roar of Time, it makes it like 10 million times better than Palkia in my opinion, because they can do so much more damage just like that. I can't even click with this hand because of my thumb, but just like that. I don't really know what to say about it, but yeah, just people really want the arguments of the most stupidest things ever. Anyway, guess Psychic off. Does Steel resist Psychic, or is that a Gen 2 only? I don't remember, because I remember reading it somewhere that Psychic resists Steel or Steel resists Psychic, and I don't know which way around it is, so yeah. That actually took it down, I'll take that. The Dialga's probably going to have an Aura Spear or a physical type move, it probably is at least. So let's hope that I don't run into that. I guess Psychic. Oh, and then again, Dialga resists now. Is it? No, it's not resist. It's normal damage against Fairy types. Fairy types is probably one of the most used Pokemon now in PvP. Besides, like, I think the first most used, or the top most used, is probably Fighting Grounds, or for attacks at least. I'm not really sure about the typing, but yeah, Fairy's probably up there. Probably Water, Steel, Fire, Dragon. It's like, I think those are the 6 typings that are probably the most used. Grassy you really never see because it's got way too many weaknesses. Psychic, pretty good, but I mean, a lot of people like using Ghost and Dark, to be honest, so yeah. Anyway, it's Earthquake, and that should be the win, I believe. So I'll take that. There we go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a comment if you want to see more Project Pokemon or any other games on Roblox. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it. It really helps support the channel by getting the video out to new people. And if you're new around here, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed. I upload every single day for your faces, and like always, I'll see you guys next time.